Hi guys, so we are in a special week as usual. Every week is special. This week we are starting a new book. It's the chapter of Devarim, which is the book in the scroll that speaks about basically Moses writes back all the history since he met the Israelites, since he had the role of leading them in all the story that happened. So it's really the book of Moses, we can say that. And this, because it's someone writing it, so it's relating, and it's the fifth book, it's relating to the energy, the physical energy, the manifestation. So we already have like a time of manifestation now. And as we know, in the world of manifestation, in our physical reality, we have moments of good and bad. It's not linear, right? We have moments that are positive and moments of darkness, right? And we kind of got used to this way of life. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And that's the first thing we want to change this week, to change our perception. And when we are meeting a moment that is good, to decide, I will finish this sentence and then I will explain. To decide that this moment of light is a beginning of a continuous process of light in our life. And if we pass a moment of darkness, that it is the last moment of darkness, that from now there's only elevation. How can we decide? And this is what is so special with the study of Kabbalah and the use of the Zohar, 72 names, and the Ana Bekoach, the tools of the Kabbalists. And when we are studying and using those tools, we are becoming co-creator. And by this, we can influence the things that happens in our life and in the world. It's not just a way of saying, it's a way of being. And this is something very important this week, to gain back the strength of being co-creator and knowing that our consciousness is everything. And when I don't fall to being used, to be used, that there are some times of good, sometimes of bad. So I'm insisting that I'm injecting that energy. Maybe it's not going to happen at the first time. Maybe yes, but it's not the point. The point that I keep on injecting that consciousness, a certain moment, things will start to behave this way. People, more and more people will start to think this way, to be co-creator, and we will all have like more and more capacity to influence reality. The second thing that we received this week is really the understanding, why do we need the moment of darkness? Because even if we check the day, we have Lob, right? The dawn, right? This moment that is the darkest of the day. And also in our life, we sometimes feel like it cannot get any worse, correct? And then we do think that, why do we need this? Why it's done to me? Why it happened to me? So when we know by the studies of Kabbalah that it's not happening to me, it's not the point. Those moments of darkness are necessary for me, are necessary for all of us, not as a punishment, not like something bad, but the contrary. Those moments of darkness is exactly the place or the space in which light, a new light, can appear. Because many times we are continuing with our old energy again and again, Today I'll do this, today I'll do that, and I'll develop a little bit here, and I'll meet another person there. But nothing is new. So then our life just continue on the same rhythm. But thanks to those moments of darkness, it's kind of everything got erased. All my past was erased. All my memory, it's like so heavy, so painful, so dark. I feel so much pain. I have two choices. I can be swallowed by this darkness and disappear myself, being desperate, depression, sadness, angry, hatred. It's possible. Look at the world today, and it's very easy to hate, right? It's enough that someone did something wrong to me and I can hate that person. But we have to be so careful, because this is exactly what brings us into a turbulent and keeps us in darkness. But this week, we have a very special force that will not allow us to be swollen by this darkness. And the point is the appreciation of the darkness, the appreciation of those moments that are so hard for us, and to know that this specific moment is here to give me a new space, a space for new life energy, new life force, new ideas. Because in those moments that are the darkest, those are the moments that we are asking most of our very important questions, when it's painful. Only then I'm truly changing, I'm truly evolving, I'm truly running or tuned to do something, to move, to create. And this is why all the old barriers are not there. And therefore I can try to tap into something even bigger than what I was before in all the domains of life. So those moments of darkness, again, I can don't like them. It's natural. Or I can learn to appreciate them. It's painful, and I look to the pain, look the pain in the eyes, or it's frustrating, and I look the frustration in the eyes, and I remember this moment is useful for me, is important for me. Right now, I have a space. I have a new space for something new to come into my life. It's not something exterior. It's me. My personal energy now is going to be different. And because it's going to be different, I'm going to think different. I'm going to have new barriers that was not that, like, let's say, I will expand my barriers, okay? New ideas, new friends, new way of doing, new way of speaking. And as a result, new light that's going to be present in my life. And that's the power that and the strength that we're gaining this week. To have the capacity, the strength. Yes, we all want to be strong. That is real strength. That when we are walking in our darkness, to know it's not for nothing. It's not a punishment. I gain my energy back and say, okay, what am I learning from this pain? What am I learning from this confusion? What am I supposed to do? In which way to behave in a different way? Where does it hurt me the most? Those little questions help me to see where I am, what are the things that I'm choosing to do different, and what are my new choices even. By doing this, I'm opening, it's like darkness, right? An empty vessel. I can allow new life to immerse inside of me, inside of my life, with new experiences. All of this is very hard to put in practice just by ourselves. But we know that with the studies of Kabbalah, we have also the tools. They didn't leave us with no strength. We have tools to be capable to do that. And the tools as usual, the letters, if it is the Ana Bekoach, 72 names, the scanning of the Zohar, and all of these are bridges to elevate us, to give us an anchor to the light, and not to allow us to go down in the turbulence of darkness. So this is why really, and Michael Berg is saying again and again, the importance of the Zohar, especially in our times. It's impossible to glue to the light without the use of the tools. 72 names, Ana Bekoach, and the Zohar. And the study, of course, it's to reinforce our consciousness, so it will give us an answer to the logic mind with all the craziness. Yes, why it's like this, why it happened like that. So when I study, I have answers, logic, spiritual logic answers. And like this, I'm protecting myself to be in that realm of light, in that experience, in that journey of light. And again, not falling into that darkness. So it's in our hands if we're going to be co-creator and live, experience, yes, like even walking in the mud, but experiencing this mud as an elevation, experiencing this mud as a growth and as a point of transformation, like an important point, a significant point of transformation. This transformation doesn't happen gradually. They happen as a leap, in a leap. So this is why we need that emptiness and then change. So I want just to read a small part in the Zohar that speaks exactly about this, that those moments of darkness will not be dark for us, and this night will shine as day for us. So I just read to connect to the Zohar. אינון חושך לילה הדהו דכתיב ולחושך קרא לילה ואית חושך מסתרה דדחיוי ולילה מסתרה דדחיו הדהו דכתיב גם חושך לא יחשיך ממך ולילה כיום יאיר כחשכה כאורה וחושך היא נוקבה דמקבל מנאורה דהיו אור דחר כגוונה דסיירה דמקבל מן שמשה ותרבהו עינוי אספקלריה נהרה ואספקלריה דלה נהרה ואית חושך דסתרה אחרה דאית בה הבדלה ולאו חיבורה וההוא אור יהיו כמוחה באגוזה. I wish you a great week, a great month, for this to be significant, and insist all along the way. It's the end of pain and suffering. It's experience of light. I wish you a great week. Bye-bye.